Well, I think we should always take the polls seriously because they always tell you something, even if it is only a response to what's happening at the moment, whether it's the city season or whether it's the conference season or anything else. I think the first time that we can be sure that they mean something in terms of the next general election is once we've had a few months of Brown in power after the conference season. So I wouldn't draw any big conclusions about who's going to win the next election from polls until we get at least into late autumn.
I think really until the conference season is over, it would be hard to reach firm conclusions from any opinion polls about the popularity of the political leaders at the moment. We'll need to see how Brown performs at the Labour Party conference, we'll need to see how Cameron performs, and after that I think the public will have started to form a view. And secondly, at the moment the press haven't really taken the gloves off yet with Brown. The press are tough, and they're pretty aggressive, but they do give everybody a small benefit of the doubt for a little while. So I think probably by about October you should start to see things, late September, October, you should start to see things settling down, and then by January or February we should start to have a pretty clear idea about how Brown's popularity as Prime Minister is doing, and obviously the Labour Party and Conservative Party's prospects at the next general election.
I don't think there's any reason why we shouldn't take the headline poll figures seriously now. We all know in the Westminster Village that there's a Labour leadership election going on. We all know that there's a silly season approaching. But 95% of the population don't have the same interest in politics. They will give their answers to pollsters' questions on the basis not necessarily of what's been in the newspapers that morning, because they may not have seen the newspapers, they may not have read the political pages, but they'll give their answers on the basis of how they feel towards the parties at the time, which is much the same whether it's silly season or not, whether there's a leadership election taking place or not. Clearly we filter poll results on the basis of what we see, what we understand to be happening in the political world at the time. But I think that most of the public simply aren't that fickle.